Denver, Colorado for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here. And off we go from Denver. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Right to the air is Rodgers. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And I'm eager to see the game plan. Them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy, or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Rodgers wants to change the look. In motion right is Wilson. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First down, New York. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it.
Now Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal. A chance for an early statement here on the road. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now, hang on. We've got an injured player down there. And, oh, my. Oh, that's Aaron Rodgers. The quarterback shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to 14. On third and goal, Wilson. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Tempo, tempo.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And here's a quick throw out to Mims. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And Mims moves the chains, and it's exciting to see all the ways the Broncos might use him as a rookie. He's a mismatch type of a player that can really hit you from anywhere if you don't keep somebody nearby and closely guarded.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Broncos had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. That thing is going to be tough to beat in this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now second and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Jets 31-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims, his third touchdown now on the year. And the the Broncos drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tight. Move the team. 14. Nine.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pot free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. On 2nd down, a run to Hall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. There he goes left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and a couple.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down.
Wilson wants a different look. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now it's Wilson. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 37 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
3rd and 3. Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Here's 2nd and 3. In motion goes the tight end. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. Down the left sideline. Mecole Hardman. Touchdown, Jets. Mecole Hardman, 91 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps his unselfishness, because he's not a quarterback that's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dosich. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he'd had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Let's go, let's go. 36 power. Start.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's Wilson to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
14, run it.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 2nd down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action, it's Wilson. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. In motion right, that's Wilson. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They go play action now. Wilson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll run with Hall. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Ball again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Off the play fake. Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. In motion left, Hardman. Now Wilson on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Brings Zerline for the Jets field goal.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Wilson. Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Broncos, 1st down.
14.
1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, Wilson.
25-yard line.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now it's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Give to Hall running right. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Zerline's kick is up and through. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out of this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
That's good.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That's good.
On 1st down, Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
0-0-0. 12.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says, go for it. You what?
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got it. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Williams. will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Yeah, Wilson going to change things up here.
Zebra.
To throw on 2nd down. Wilson being chased out left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Wilson and the Broncos offense going to stay on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Wilson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
35.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll air this one out from Mims. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
19 tight. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A give running right is Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd down, here's the option. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
Straight ahead is Hall. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 74 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.